Alright, gang. Let's see if the phone will not turn itself off this time. So I've still got a lot of work left. Trans is a little loose again. Yeah. Okay, it seems like it likes to start in this position, then as it warms up, it opens up. And there's a Indian switch. I need a Harley Davidson. I'll take a WLA, because this is kind of a rat 36 knuckle. So let's just take a look here what's going on. I put the belt on. We'll look at all the different parts. So I put a belt on this. I got these nuts. There's 3 of them. I got the 3-stud thing on the 3-stud clutch pack on the last thread. I think I may need another adjustment on that one. And then this guy here, this stud or screw, I screwed it all the way in so it touches the rod on the interior, and then I backed it off like about a 360, maybe 360 and a half, and then I tightened that 9/16 into position to get it close enough. So at least it does have some clutch action. Yeah, so there's a new clutch rod in there, and yeah, and there's the belt. I'll probably swap out for the chain later, but for now I'm gonna get the bugs out of it driving with the belt. I just like belts. This isn't gonna be in any type of damn son of a bitch, in any type of show or anything. So I really don't care what people like or don't like. It's absolutely of no consequence to me. I do need a rear chain guard. I'll probably just get a knockoff. So we'll take a look here. So this, these are great little cheapos, these battery tenders. So that is the 5-stud, which I thought was incredibly difficult. That is, God, am I looking at this wrong? That is the original 4-stud. That's the original 4-stud bucket, basket, whatever you want to call it. And that's the chain basket I'm going to use later. But yeah, for some reason that 5 just didn't work out for me. So Harley started with the 4-stud, and later on they went to this 3-stud. But the 5-stud, if I'm correct, don't quote me, the 5-stud is something that somebody else made up thinking it would work better. I do not know. That's my thing, I think. But this is where I used to clean all my brake components. Let's see if I can walk by here without tripping. God, it's actually holding up. Okay, one thing I've got a problem with is this guy here is blasting a lot of oil. So I got to resolve that. Yeah. But so far so good. You know, with this bike it's just a little bit of progress at a time, because I don't have any real mentors out here to guide me along. You know, I built so many little 45s and serviced so many flatheads and knuckleheads, but damn, they were always bikes that were much farther along, that didn't need quite the amount of work that this bike has needed. And then this is a Drag Specialties clutch release lever, which I had to bend to accommodate the lid, because the original 36 clutch lever banged against it and there was no way you could actuate the clutch with it. So yeah, so I've had to do that. And the son of a bitch got me good the other day. Got my thumb too, man. Piece of metal just cut me good. But like this bike, it takes its vengeance out on you. That's just what it does. What else can we review? Yeah, so we're it's closing in. It'll be it could probably ride today, but I just got to do one step at a time with this thing, so I don't piss myself off and walk away from it. It's not for sale. Not for sale at any price. The thing is, people, if you have this stuff and you sell it, it's only going up in value and rarity, and why sell it? I mean, if you're having real fun with it, why? Just go sell shit you don't care about, Sell baseball, sell skis, ski equipment, But anyway, so there it is. It fires up immediately, and once it's all warmed up, that opens up completely, and of course this is not stock. I've got the metal lines for that, and I've got these little pieces for here. I'm gonna put those in later, and then that stud there, where'd it go? Right there. That stud there is actually an oil line that goes up to this guy here. I'm sure I have all that stuff. Organization is not my strength, but I do have that. I am absolutely floored at the value of some of this shit. Like these toolboxes. Back in the day, I'd get these for like 150, 200 bucks. And, I'm not high on drugs, but the other day, maybe a couple months ago, I saw one of these on Scambay for something like 1,500 or 3,000 bucks. I'm like, whoa, dude, that's insane. But I'm not an expert on 36 knuckleheads at all. Period. Okay. But I built this thing with as many original 36, 37 parts as I could. Oh, look, that didn't get put back on properly. That's great. Very important to have oil in your oil bag or oil box, whatever you want to call it. That's the hockey puck. That's for the brake light, which is not connected. And then, yeah, I don't think you can see it really well, but that lever's all nice and bent, so it'll accommodate that lid. We kind of talked about that before. And there's your step hub. See how it's got like step in it? Right. So the original 36, those lugs were actually a lot longer. So if you ever saw the short ones and the long ones, and if you got the long ones, those are the early 36 ones, or 36. All right. This is a V-twin exhaust, and it fits very nicely. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not the 36 guy. I'd love to see somebody that really knows 36 bikes just nitpick the whole bike and just go over a bike and explain it to people that don't know anything about these bikes. Like the below the engine is a skid plate. Turns out that it's a 36 skid plate. The other ones are a little bit larger. So I'm surprised the other motorcycle enthusiasts have not done a suitable video on just tearing these bikes apart and seeing what's what. But there's your 36 speedometer. And I've got a cable for it and all that. Sometimes you'll find these gauges and it'll say Harley Davidson on the bottom. But I think that those are just for like J-series bikes, the early, so I'm not sure. But this is some real electrical engineering when you can fit an Indian part on a Harley. So as soon as I get a Harley Davidson, I'll put that on and use that switch on one of my Indians. But that's the gate, the elusive gate, and the elusive shifter, and the elusive dice. But anyway, there it is, gang. So getting... oh, yeah, so let me mention that. On the other side of this is a... I wonder if we have it here to show you. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Okay, you can see that right in there. That's like later stuff that who rebuilt this put in there. And it just did not hold up. So we got rid of that, and we got the correct stuff. And so I like to put all my loose stuff in jars so that so it doesn't get ricocheted across the room and get lost. Yeah. Oh, great. It's here. It is here somewhere, but yeah. So replace the interior pieces in there, and that's why it has clutch now. It's got a new rod that goes through there that is actuated by that stud. Yeah, you can see it's a little off, so I've got to adjust that pressure plate a little bit more. And yeah, we're really closing in on it. These are really simple bikes to work on. I love these big twin bikes. I like the little 45s are fun. They're good bikes to learn on, and they're good for country roads or whatever, but they just don't have enough power to get you down the road, I think, but whatever. A guy once told me, he said, you know, why mess with the 45s? Because, you know, they're just about as expensive as a big twin, and they just don't have the power, you know. But the 45s are fun little bikes. I was always surprised the military, when they had those huge contracts for the 42 WLA, didn't just kind of go, hey, let's just make them in 60 cubic inch, just so we got a post-war bike that'll sell. But whatever, people do what they do. Yeah. But anyway, we're getting a lot closer. That little kicker there got me in the leg pretty good, but shit. I gotta get something for here. Man, I can't believe the phone's still going. Cool. So there it is. There's a cover for it. I'm not sure if that's original or counterfeit anymore. There's the carb cover. Put all that on later. And 13-minute video. God, you know this thing's gonna take forever to load. So a couple more adjustments on the clutch, on that basket, those 3 nuts, and maybe that center stud. Like I said, you screw it all the way in till it touches that rod, and then you unscrew it like 360 and a half, maybe just 180. Maybe. I'm not 100%, but I'm going to dial that in. Once I get it dialed in, we'll talk about that. And one thing... So remember, everything on a Harley and an Indian's always reversed, just to piss each other off. So this is, the clutch is engaged. So effectively, this position with the clutch release lever all the way forward is clutched, is what I like to call neutral, right? And then all the way down like that is in gear, right? You're driving down the road, or you're in gear, you're engaged. So toe down, disengaged, toe up, heel back. In what are we doing wrong now? Let's see, what are we doing here? Okay, so this is disengaged with toe down, heel up, and that is engaged with toe up, heel down, right? Yeah, so obviously this should be straight, but it is not. That's what I got to work with for today. But Jeff's American Classics, Jeff Kaufman, was good to sell me these components a while back, and I finally am getting around to it. He knows his stuff, so I highly recommend him. If you don't know Jeff's American Classics in Dundee, Oregon, he always treats everybody like You're very important. I appreciate that. And I'm not going to knock anybody else, but, you know, yeah, he knows his stuff, and it's always best to go to the people that know their stuff. Fantastic stuff. Yeah. So, anyway, you heard it run, and we're dialing it in. And then after I drive around the block and get the brakes working, all that kind of stuff, and I really know how to do these adjustments properly 1000%, then I'll probably go back to the original stuff. But anyway, there it is, gang. There it is. 1936 Harley Davidson Knucklehead. Hope you liked the video. It's kind of neat. It's a neat old bike, a lot of fun. We'll catch you on the next YouTube. And I'm doing a lot of dog stuff now. I'm trying to do rescue and save animals. Yeah, it's the worst dog cat crisis in history.